Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First play from scrimmage, Stafford.
And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allow completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
Pass complete there. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be
the ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Bryson Hopkins.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon.
And it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first-half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here, the NFL's leader in touchdown.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! Jamison Williams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Dragons strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example. Good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Again, it's Williams. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Trey McBride.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The defense will have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the first half of the season.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is up to 8.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some...
Back to throw, Stafford.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and that'll make it third down.
When you look at this defense,
it's quite a unit, that's for sure. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. Last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team trying to...
And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Good. Catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here we go. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Shoves him aside. And down inside the 10 here. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
They snap it to Fields.
Touchdown!
Jamar Chase.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dragons are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point try now from Dicker.
He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
Now a hit and a loose football. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Throwing is Stafford.
That's caught. It's 2-2 Atwell.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read. and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On second down, Williams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here we go.
From the 50, here's Fields. That's complete to McBride.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field.
And touchdown! Trey McBride with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out.
What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it because...
And he loses the football a second time. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much...
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On first down, Stafford here. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. Touchdown, Rams.
Cooper Kupp.
47 yards.
And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And it's a pretty good yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now,
precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist, you know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make them uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And he fends him off. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But Charles, you know, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Steps away to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
They're going to go. It's Fields.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Dragons would extend their lead here just before halftime. Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And the lead is now an even 30. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
They work now on 2nd and 9. On play action, Fields.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields.
Forced out to his left.
Able to get this one to McBride.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Trey McBride. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dragons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Now Stafford. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offense.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And it... Goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure. And he ended up coughing it up.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery. Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown. Kenneth Walker with another touchdown. Number 24 on the year. And the Dragons are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
From the gun, here's Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out. Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Throwing again is Stafford. Pass incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting one.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Stafford. And that will be incomplete as well.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Fields on 1st down.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Play action. It's Fields.
He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dragons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this is caught by Williams. yards. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A big play there for L.A. 54 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
They'll give to Williams, running right. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Kyron Williams, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you can be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Don't jump. Ready?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields
on the move to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Off play action. Fields looking deep here for Chase.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Stafford on 1st down. He'll get now a loose football. The ball comes out, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble.
And
it's a relief.
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun, Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Gonzalez's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the field goal. Gonzalez to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time, as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter.
Here we go, Scott.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
A throw left sideline, falls incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. This is taken in by McBride.
Still fighting for more. Pushes past him.
Still on his feet.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Now after field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Tokyo,
they're